All right. So we can go through this quickly. Ashley and I reviewed this, was it yesterday or the day before, something like that, whenever we're going to get Thursday. So is this done? I forget. I think this is done, right? We got an AWS account. We do. We're good at that.
When they're green, they are done.
When they're green, they're done. Okay, so we're all good on this. Green means done and merged,
Yes.
right? Okay, we don't green it until. Okay, required fields. I don't think we need to discuss anything on that, Ashley, or do we? The required fields. Okay. Still underway, Ashley. Nothing really to discuss there.
Correct.
Backups and update README. What's that? So I did add some stuff to README a day or so ago. What else do we need to add? What does this have to do with?
I think that was when I was working with Rose. She wanted some specific suggestions. So
Okay.
I think we could close.
Yeah, so our README now says you need to get the env, the .env file.
Right.
And we also talk about the DB recreate at this point, so in the
Great.
install. So I think we're good on that. So finish?
Yes.
Oh, great. Good job. Google Analyst for projects. Any questions on that?
My understanding is we have the key, but somebody needs to decide how to put it in, probably layout and partials and that stuff.
So Susanna,
make a task and say, put code in code base or something.
Yeah, implement it. Yeah, I agree.
you had cut and pasted or posted some JavaScript that was snippet that we're supposed to put in the footer or something.
Yeah.
Was that on Slack? Is it possible
Yes.
to put it into here? Or I suppose we could find it on Slack.
No.
It's not possible to put it in here?
Or it is, I guess. But
Yeah.
I guess then anybody could take it and put it on there.
Oh, it's got our credential in there. Okay.
Not credential, but I mean, I don't know. I suppose we could put it there.
It's got our key there. Well, yeah, we can find it. I don't know if new people coming in see old Slack messages. Can't remember.
No, it's in our private channel. In our private group, even.
Okay, so anybody who takes a look can find that. Optimize queries. This is self-explanatory. I don't think we need to spend time on that, Ashley.
Right.
Okay. Email provider. I think we did select an email provider as long as everybody's comfortable with Mailgun. With the proviso that Mailgun now requires a credit card, which I didn't know before. They didn't before. But we don't get charged unless we hit 10,000 emails. So can I finish this?
I haven't finished, but yes. I know what I need to do.
So this is just a selection task, not the actual implementation.
Okay, okay.
Okay, show exit titles. We did that. Client review required. This is done. I think it's been merged, right? The address and CSV export.
Susanna, you reviewed that.
But I didn't press the button. I think Patrick pressed the button.
I think I merged it, yeah. Okay, so we're good on that?
Wait, should it be merged? Because to me, Susanna needs to be okay with it.
I think I approved it.
Okay, and if not, you can let me know. We'll make a new task and we'll revise.
I could have.
It had a little bit too much information in it, but that doesn't matter. All the relevant information was there.
Okay, yeah, it's been merged. I just didn't see who did what, so.
Yeah, you're right. I think only yeah, okay. Okay, so we can deliver that client review. Okay, speed up semaphore. So we're waiting on information from Laura on that one, right, Ashley?
Well, I think that it's not clear. Patrick and I can't see enough in semaphore and to be able to do anything about this. So I think this is going to be Susanna, you and Laura need to work together to get the project transferred to you or to the team. That's the next step. How about, so I will write that down so that that task, that information is
But I
in
mean,
the task.
I don't
Susanna, when you go in and you
see
look,
anything.
Well,
when you go into semaphore from a pull request and you click on details, do you see up here project settings or a button that says something about project here? Because if I had access, I would see something. I think it says project settings,
I'll
and I'd
see.
click on that and I can go muck around with how this thing operates.
Okay. I have, yeah, I have project settings, yes.
You do. Can you, I mean, you don't have to do it now, but later on, maybe tomorrow, can you see if you can actually give the same level of access to Ashley and myself on semaphore so that we'd be able to do that too?
Yes.
Okay, great. And then we can make
Maybe.
progress on that task. Configure email delivery. So you said you're going to be working on that probably tomorrow at this point, Susanna? The DNS settings?
Yes.
Any issue with putting the credit card in there? Does SHF have this credit card that you can use, or do
No.
you use a personal one? Okay.
I only have one. There's no such thing as a organization one.
Okay. All right. So anyway, when you can, let me know, and then I can continue moving ahead on that story. Any questions or any comments on this, Ashley? This one you've got here?
no, I'm making good. I have it working. I'm fleshing out the feature tests to make sure I'm covering things, and then it will need. Then I'll spend a little time on some CSS love with it. So yeah, it's coming along.
Okay.
I can't do that.
That's okay. I can. I'm just letting you know where I am with it.
No, I mean on semaphore I can't do.
Oh,
You cannot. So Laura has privilege above us then. So
I don't know. Me and Raul are SHF Project admin people.
right.
And the rest of you here, maybe. The rest of
well, the
you
thing about
are,
this though, when you go look at our semaphore connection, it's connected to Laura's account here.
yes.
So that's why we suspect it may be Laura who has to give us
But I found now how.
access.
Good.
Oh, you did? Okay. Good.
So I have invited you to the SHF Project admin group too.
Cool. All right.
Okay,
Do I
so
have
now
to
I've done
click
my
on this
part.
Good.
Okay, good. Still don't see it yet. We'll worry about that later. Okay, company map showing Swedish. I did put that in PR, so I'm gonna hit finish, okay, and then we'll have a deliver button, and we can decide whether it's delivered. We won't deliver, I guess, until we merge. But has anybody reviewed that yet?
I think. Yeah.
So you did, Ashley.
But yeah, I mean, Susanna, you can let us know if it's really working for you on your end too, because you have your browser set to Swedish as the language. That's the key.
Yeah, it's a trivial PR, so won't take you long to review. But basically, this stuff about we have all this English here in terms of views, report a map error. That should really be in Swedish for a Swedish reviewer or viewer.
But
So that's basically what it's doing for us.
the funny thing is that in the English map, all the country names are in English. In the Swedish map, the country names are in their language and then in English.
Yeah.
Yeah, except
So
for
they're
Sweden.
not in Sweden. Swedish.
Except for Swedish, except for Sweden, which is only in Swedish, which I Googled a little bit to see if I can figure out why it's doing that. But
And the C names are still in English, so I don't see how this really matters.
It doesn't, except a little bit of English here, a little bit of English here, and if you click
And
on
the
terms of
tiny
use,
ones. Yeah, okay, I
if you
understand.
get to terms of use, you see a Swedish version of terms of use.
Okay, so I'll put a green stamp, or I
It
will
could be
press the
because
button.
Google detects that my local language in my browser is English, so it also keeps a bunch of English stuff in here, regardless.
That's
I
why
don't
we
know.
want you to check it too, Susan.
But I can't, so I'll press the button.
Okay. So deliver, we just deliver?
Yeah.
Everybody okay with that? Okay.
And we can check it on Heroku and on
Not
live
started.
just later.
Not started. What is this one? User password change.
That was
Title.
the old one that was hanging around, Patrick, and we applied the Sprint 14 label to it just so that we could check in with Susanna and see. This is a pretty old one.
Yes, I can see.
I just wonder what it is, because it looks like I requested it. I don't, must have come up in a meeting we had.
You can
But I
look at
don't
the
know.
history by clicking on that little clock icon anytime. But yeah, it's some localization thing. So look back in March.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, okay. All right. So it looks like if we look at the history, we have something in there telling us what the translation should be.
No,
No?
I think that's a point to me.
So Susanna needs to look at it at some point and let us know, right? Does that make sense, Susanna?
Yes.
Okay.
But it doesn't, well, I guess you can just
That's why
find
it doesn't,
yeah.
it's not very clear what exactly we're talking about here, but if you guys know, that's great. But user password change. Oh, is that where the admin can change a user's password? That button? Maybe?
Yes.
Because that's the only user password mechanism we have right now. Okay, so yeah, when you get a chance, Suzanne, if you could just explain what has to happen here.
I made a task.
Okay.
It's for me. So I guess I should be better at pivotal tracking.
README.
So
I did that.
yeah.
Any issues with that? Are we okay with that? Actually,
Yeah,
I didn't even start it yet. So can I finish? This is just a chore, so. Everybody okay with that? Okay, we're done. Company website, that fix went in yesterday. I think we can deliver. Can we just accept it? I don't think, or was that visible to the client? So we need to.
Yes.
Discuss. Yes, it was visible to the client, so we'll leave it for her review. Okay. Quick document, addresses for members, companies, and how they relate. Oh yeah.
I haven't started.
Yep, got that. And then save backup files. This is a holdover. Anything on the backup and deploy stuff, Ashley, we should discuss?
No, I'm betting that it will be Sprint 15 before I get anywhere on it. Just saying.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Locales, languages, so must ensure. What is this now?
It's just a note for documentation so that people, when they start working on the code, they know that they need to use the internationalization, T method, translate method.
Yeah, do we actually have a viable contributing and markdown doc at this point?
I don't know, but I can check.
I mean, to be honest, on our wiki now, you have a discussion how to use Internet I18N in this project, etc. We may have this actually covered on the wiki.
Yeah, I just, having a contributing.md, that's a standard place. Turn the project, I'm looking at it now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have this, which I think is great.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm not a big fan of using these markdown docs for all these because you got to go through the whole PR process, etc.
Well, yeah, let's just close that one out then.
Yeah, I think you've got it covered here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So let's start and finish. Add check for missing translation. It's yeah, not started. Project guidelines for using PT. I think, didn't you already have this, Ashley?
I need to review it. We've got a lot of it. I just want to review it to see where I am at this point.
Yeah, it looks like you got a good diagram in here. Maybe a little more words and music around this to some extent.
Yeah, and in the contributing, I have quite a bit. So I just.
Oh, you do. Okay.
But yeah, I want to make sure it's not too scattered and it's.
Yep, got it. It's always helpful to come back after you think you're done and say, oh my God, this is very unclear, or whatever. I find that to be the case with my stuff. Okay, onboarding doc for new members. So
more just kind of reminder, and I think we could close that task out or even just delete it because I think we're working on it.
Yeah, between the README stuff as well as for real newbies, I would point them to here so they know what we're talking about. Okay, so we're good on that then, huh?
Yeah,
good.
Either way.
Good. So there's a couple other things we can do. One is we can go through some of these stories and vote on them. The reason I'm thinking I'd like to vote on a few, maybe a couple more, is I'm meeting with Robert on Monday morning my time, and he's somewhere in the same time zone as you, Susanna, and he wants to contribute to the project. And there are a couple here that I think might be really good for him. And we're kind of running out of programming stuff for this sprint, as you guys can see. Or I can find something here. And the other thing is, Ashley, I think you've been thinking about that issue with somebody says, I've got a new category that my business accommodates now, and we don't really have a process for that short of going back to resubmitting a new membership application, which is not great.
Right. Susanna brought that up this morning / last night, depending on your time zone. Mm-hmm. And so, right, I was just looking back through the notes. I made a note on the state machine diagram, actually. And it said if somebody has a new category, then only the category needs to be reviewed. So, at any rate, yeah, there's more thought and that needs to go into that so that we break it down into the tasks. Mm-hmm. So, back to your point, yeah, I think it'd be better for us to look at and vote on things we already have written up in Pivotal Tracker.
Okay, some thought has gone to it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think we want to dive into the state transition table. Well, I don't think my head would handle that right now.
Yeah, and it's not about the membership state actually now track something additional, which we knew was coming.
It's kind of like a recertification loop on top of the membership state transition diagram. Oh, anyway.
Yes, you're thinking in the right direction.
Yep. Okay. So how about we vote on a couple of these? These two in particular I thought would be pretty good, and we could move them into Sprint 14. Maybe not get done, but like for instance, I don't know where Robert is in his Rails skills, etc., but might be able to throw him at this one, for instance. But anyway, so this one here is visual indicator. That's where we kind of gray out anything at a deeper level of detail than what they've set their user visibility to, right?
Yeah, so making sure that there are some CSS classes applied so that then we can use CSS to make it look however is best.
Right, right. Yeah, so I think what you're alluding to is sometimes I do inline styling, and I'm guilty of that. And what I do is sometimes if it's generic, I try to remember to move it to CSS. Or if I only use it one place, one time, I just leave it in line. But you're right, CSS is the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's that good old MVC pattern.
Okay, so do we all know what we're voting on then? We can all vote on that? This guy here.
There's a line when you're logged in as yourself or as an admin. There's a line telling you how much of the company is visible to the user, and that is the line that needs to be more
There, but also,
clear.
yeah, but also the individual address fields like city or street address, gata, or
Yeah.
so those
But-
could also be styled so that it's very,
Okay.
you know,
Yes, like grayed out or something if they're not shown.
exactly. So
Maybe that should be set as task then.
that is right.
Those two things.
Those are in the pivotal tracker. That's in the details about it.
So are we talking about two things or one thing here?
I think two things.
So we have address visibility, and we style green or yellow if there's no visibility. It's so the person's very aware that they don't have any visibility. So we're talking about graying out, if you will, these guys.
Yeah.
If, let's see here, I'm postal code, so street here would be grayed out. Probably the label, certainly the value, and we have to decide whether the label's grayed out as well.
And so the key,
somehow.
Yeah, my key is that as long as there's a CSS class applied to each of those, classes, however, then it's easy enough to change how it looks. That's the programming Rails side of it. And then to Susanna's point, do we also want a line of text? I'd say yes.
No, there is the line of text already.
Yes.
Address visibility.
Yeah.
So it's clear enough.
Okay, so we're talking about one thing, some visual indicator that these items are not visible to users because you've set your visibility at a level.
Yeah.
Where they're not visible. Okay. All right. So let's vote on that thing then. In
You want to do Slack?
we'll just do it in Slack. What is it? /voter? Voter. Yeah, there we go. So you guys want to go ahead and click or all right. So we are at 2 simples and 1 medium. What you thinking, Susanna, on that?
If you think it's simple, then it probably is simple.
Well, why did you think it was medium?
Because it sounds complicated to me. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. So should we go with simple?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, cool. All right, excellent. Only show current membership application status on the applications page, manage applications page.
So if
the
you're,
latest.
Yeah, so if you're logged in as admin, I don't have it running or up, and you go to the manage applications page, spend it over fast enough. Then let me share my screen real quick.
Well, you're going to see 3 statuses if it's gone through.
You're going to see multiple entries
for the same user on the same membership app.
Yeah. And that's
okay.
I don't see right.
So here,
yeah.
And this one, it's not sorted by.
It's only the one in the menu that's sorted.
Okay.
I like that, so I don't complain.
So I sort by name. Maybe this data doesn't.
Why is it sorting
Wait a minute,
incorrectly?
What?
It's sorting incorrectly.
I just sorted by name.
No. I mean, sort by name again. I found a bug.
You
Good.
mean go to page 1? Was it on page 1?
Yes.
And then sort the other way?
Yeah.
Sort again.
You see it start with O.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, that's a
Oh. So this,
problem with the database then. That's a collating sequence setting in the database, I think.
again.
It's the same exact logic that works correctly in development.
So yeah, if it's sorting, I just can't, yeah, I'm sure you know. I wonder if I introduce this with a sort by, order by thing, if the database is sorting correctly.
Oh, you did. That's exactly it, Ashley.
Ruby.
You're doing an array sort, and our local Rails server doesn't know from Swedish alphabet.
Good.
So I was wondering about that, just as an aside. Do we actually need that optimization that you made? Because at that point in the view, I was thinking that company dot categories or business category, whatever it was still just an active relation that had not yet been query executed. It was still a query waiting to happen. Are you sure that that actually is the case, or do you think company dot business categories has actually been queried at that point?
It was being hit repeatedly. So I think that, yeah, we've got a couple of things.
I would check on that, because I suspect it's actually not been queried. That's still an active relation object instance, not a query results collection.
Okay.
In which that case, there's no cost in going back to having the database do that for us.
Yes. So that's one.
That's a good catch.
Yeah, really good. And then two, this data doesn't reflect it as much, but on my local
But
data,
they're correct in the listings of cities.
That's because it's being done in the database,
yeah,
not as an array sort.
right. So this data isn't as, everybody just has one. Well, here, let me just do this. Let me go in and.
No, I thought your name had 2.
It did. It also had 2 company numbers.
Oh, that's right. You got away with it there.
So now let me accept. And if I go back to manage applications and sort by name, do I see? This is interesting, didn't I just?
You did.
Huh, something weird's going on.
Why?
Well, because when I ran this locally, then I would see multiple entries for this person.
Can you just select Colby in the name? Is there a selection list for name in the form, the search form?
Search for Colby.
Just the name Colby there?
As opposed to.
You can type in COL, it'll find it for you. Wait a minute, why is it not finding it?
Not doing.
Oh, you have to do the last name.
Åberg.
Last
Good
name.
luck.
There it is.
It's in the top for some reason.
Yeah.
Let's see what that shows.
No, see, it's different. Okay,
Interesting.
so what did we learn here? One, I need to go back and review. I'm going to stop screen sharing, or somebody can stop.
I'll stop the presenting.
Somebody stop. So one, we oh, I'm looking at that somewhere, the tab.
We have 33 seconds left of the half hour.
So I need to go back and review that sorting the database versus ordering. Is it really hitting? And then the other thing, I'm trying to type and think and I can't. Save, sure. And then the other thing is, how is that related to sorting the name and the very special Swedish letters.
Mm-hmm.
Was there something else?
No.
Okay.
Well, on the database, if you do distinct, it'll find distinct records across all the fields in each row. But if you're actually doing an array sort and you only sort on one field within each instance, then
I bet that's it. It's missing a unique.
it may be related to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if we go back to database ordering, that'll
Yeah.
go away.
Yeah, I may have just introduced that in my so-called fix.
Oh well.
So okay, so I'll look at those and
Okay.
see.
I guess we can hold off on voting on that story then, or maybe change the story to be review it. But let's see. So this.
So do you want to go back to sharing your screen, Patrick, since I undid it?
Yeah. Susanna, do you have to go?
Sorta.
Is that a yes or a no? I don't know what to make of that.
The rest of my family would like that.
Okay, so what else?
Well, sorry, Ashley, go on.
Yeah, I was just saying, what else should we do? Are there other stories we could vote on?
There definitely are.
Let's do it.
So how about this last one then? Show both contact email and user login email on the user details page. And there's a nice description of how it should operate for the user and the admin and anybody looking at the user record who's not that user or the admin. So it's all really clear here. So can we vote on that one? Does anybody have any? We all know what that is? Sorry, I keep moving it for you, so trying to read it.
Yeah, I think that's mostly helps with development, but I think I wrote that for it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, why don't we try to do that one then? Did you already? Quite the opposite.
What is that sound? Is somebody printing, or what is that sound?
It's my son over there printing some stuff out. So.
Oh, okay.
Can you make that print silently there, Devin?
No, it's okay. I just couldn't. Now look at this. This is great.
So can we browbeat you into submission to saying it's medium, Susanna?
Yeah.
All right, good. Good enough. Okay, so we've got that one. I'm actually going to add that to sprint 14.
Great.
And similarly with the other one that we voted on, I'll find it. And, yep. All right, I guess we're good. Anything else people want to vote on at this point? I think we have enough now in our backlog to keep ourselves and Robert busy.
Good.
Cool. All right then. I guess that's it. So we're meeting with the client, what, on the 22nd, which is quite a ways away.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, so that's a week from this coming Monday, Tuesday, whatever, one of those days. So we don't have to discuss that. All right, Susanna, you should go, and I guess we're done then, huh? I don't have anything else. Anybody else?
Susanna, anything else?
Not from me now. Maybe after tomorrow.
Good. So you guys don't have the mailing labels yet, right?
No.
Okay. Just okay. Yeah. Let us know so that we can connect. Patrick and I had a couple other thoughts about the project in general, but in a few days.
Yes.
about doing a few more, couple of maybe scrums during the week, regardless of whether you can attend, Susanna, or not.
Yeah.
Not to lock you out, but to try to get more people involved in the
Yeah,
project.
can do.
Yep.
Good idea, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Susanna, let us know when would be a good time to do another hangout in a couple days when we have a few more.
For me?
Yeah. You
Well,
can know in Slack.
Tuesday.
Tuesday would be great, because if we do get Robert involved, and he did seem very interested, I pointed him all the things to read and stand up the app. Tuesday would be great if we could follow up that Monday call with him meeting everybody.
I have stuff planned for Monday and Wednesday, but I don't have stuff for Tuesday.
Okay. What time Tuesday?
Evening. I don't know. You choose.
So yeah, evening for you, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock?
7.
Okay, and then if you need to change it, you can let us know. So
I'll
Okay.
set a reminder.
7, and you're UTC +2, right, Susanna?
It should say in Slack. Or it just says UTC. No, it says Central Eastern Time.
Right, /time, Susanna, for you at 8, whatever time you said, 7 p.m. And then that will tell us all. And you don't have to do for that.
7, right? Not 7:30. We're going to do that again?
Yes. Look how much I screwed people up. So that's,
and then I say in my reminder, I say the time, and I also set it for the time, so there's no confusion.
So let's, actually, are you suggesting that there we go. Great.
is that right?
1 p.m. EDT.
No, that's 8 p.m. So we want 7 p.m. for you. This is not my strength.
I wish you could use that timer and specify another time zone to base it on, but anyway.
Yes. I have to go to World Time, buddy.
Okay, so
Well,
you're saying
I think.
You guys are an hour apart. Who's right? So you're. Yeah, 7 p.m. CEST, which is
Central Eastern Summertime. Central European Summertime.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. CEST. That's what screws.
So your first one was correct. Actually, we were just looking at the wrong.
Yeah.
One. 7 p.m. CEST, Central European Summertime. Okay, cool.
It's in all my spare time in my fantasy world, I'm going to write a different app for this so it can do what we want to do. Okay.
Yeah, I'll have some feature requests for you.
Okay, yeah, I'll get right on that.
Please.
If the people in the channel, we have 38 people in our channel. If those who are not active weren't there, I think we would have less time zones listed.
Yeah,
we wouldn't have this wall of weird time zones we don't care about. Yeah, that's part of the confusion, I think, just having that wall of time zones you got to filter through with your eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Tuesday it is.
Okay, at some particular time on Tuesday.
One of these 16 times noted here. We'll figure it out. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. Good meeting.
Okay.
We'll bye-bye.
Talk again Monday.
Okay, Tuesday,
excuse me. Yep, right off the bat, I'm making a mistake.
You can write a program for it, clearly. Okay.
All right. Bye now. Yep.